Can a woman forget her nursing child? That she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget. Yet will I not forget thee.
Thank you, Lord.
God's having this written down because he's making 2 points here. One point is, yeah, there are some mothers that really don't feel the role that God has given them. And yeah, they may forget. They may not be what I intend for them to be. But all in all, the first point is the greatest. God's talking to Zion. And they actually make a claim against God. God, you've forgotten us. Where are you? And God is using something here. He searches around to make a comparison. And God comes up with the greatest comparison he could use, which is the greatest honor that a mother could have, is that God is comparing his care and his love for his people by using a mother. He didn't use a great philosopher, a great wealthy individual, an intelligent individual. God's comparison is that of a caring mother. And they're getting the message. God does care, even more so, but the greatest comparison and honor given to a mother is that God's care and love is measured by her. What a wonderful care. John, the 2nd chapter, and I'm just going to refer to it. John, the 2nd chapter, beginning at the 1st verse. There's a wedding in Cana of Galilee. It appears that Mary, the mother of Jesus, is the hostess at this, and it seems like it's a relative's wedding. Jesus and the disciples are invited. Jesus is already beginning his ministry. There have been no miracles yet, but he's beginning his ministry. And the disciples that he has are coming to this marriage in Cana, and they ran out of wine. That's a terrible situation for a marriage ceremony to have, is that you don't have enough to share. And so Jesus is there. His mother is there. And I want us to take a look at the mother of Jesus for just a moment or two. She comes over and she says, Jesus, I want you to do a miracle. They're out of wine. She says, Mom, I'm not ready yet to start my ministry. She didn't hear that. She calls the servants over and says, whatever he tells you to do, you do. Now, when I began to read this, I began to reflect back on what may have happened. Jesus' earthly father, Joseph, had died. Mary needed comfort. She loved Joseph. They had a good marriage. They were raising children together. Jesus being the oldest and being virgin born. Jesus, undoubtedly, in my mind anyway, took Mary to the side and hugged his mother and said, Mom, Dad's okay. Let me tell you about heaven. Now, nobody can tell you about heaven any more than Jesus can. Jesus brings it out to his mother. He cares about his mother, his earthly mother, the one that had been chosen to birth him in this life. And now at this wedding, Jesus is called upon by his mother, and he could have like a lot of haughty sons, said, "Mom, no." But his mom had a lot of influence on him. He said, "It's not time. Son, you do what your mama tells you to do." Mom, you don't understand. I'm the Son of God. I'm the only begotten of the Father. You don't understand. She didn't understand that. Why? Because she had been a mother. She was still a mother. Mothers, they have a viewpoint all their own at times. And they have expectations all their own at times. So this mother looked at her son and she just told the servants, she said, "Come on over," and Jesus is still there. "Mom, I really told you no." Mary didn't hear that. Bring the servants over. You servants do whatever he tells you to do. And then she walks away. Well, what do? When a mom tells you to do something and then she walks away, the best advice is do it. Jesus done what his mother said for him to do, whether he was ready or whether he wasn't. He was still powerfully influenced, and her love for him, and we find this throughout. Jesus was there. She was at the wedding, at his first miracle. She was there when she had to go back and pick him up in Jerusalem when he's talking to the doctors. She was there at the cross. She was there at the grave on that early morning. She was there in the upper room on the day of Pentecost when they were gathered together. Jesus' mother was a caring and loving mother. She was picked to be the mother of the Master. So you see, what is the moral of this? A mother has influence with God. A mother moves. The influence of that mother, when Jesus said, "Well, Mom, it's not time." "Son, you do it." If a mother is praying, there's more power in that than the atomic bomb. When a mother prays to God, she moves something that is powerful. So mothers, pray. Come to him and declare for your children, for your family, for others. Bring them under the influence of your prayer.
Amen. Yes.
God bless you.
Amen.
We're going to now have our young people to come out. We're going to have them to